Welcome to the Aaron Davis Show, and welcome to another episode, a end of the month episode where I go over all of our accounts and get to share with you how our accounts have done over the month of April. It has been a hard month in total across all accounts. I want to say we lost somewhere north of $10,000 in value. So it was a tough month for us. But again, the word of the month and what you're going to hear me say throughout this video is accumulation. This is a great opportunity to be able to accumulate as many shares as possible. And so with that being said, as this show always starts off, it's the journey for tomorrow begins today. And I do these videos to share with you some of my experiences. By no means do I have all of the answers. By no means do I know everything. But I just hope to show and share with you all the experiences, the things that I am going through, and hopefully it can help you and make your journey a little bit easier. So with that being said, I'm going to go over all of our accounts. I'm going to give you an update. I'm going to show you how we lost $10,000, a little bit over $10,000 in value this particular month, and we're going to talk about what is the outlook for the month of May. So let's get right on into it. So the first account that I'm going to be sharing with you and showing you is our custodial account for my son Elliot. This is Elliot's account. Every single month I deposit $100 into this account and look to accumulate as many shares as possible. I'm starting somewhat of a new strategy for Elliot because I am wanting to make it a little bit more simplified. So I got a growth ETF for him and I have a dividend ETF, and that's all I'm going to be doing from here on forward. As you can see, I originally started out with QCLN and CMBS, which is the number of shares that you see in his portfolio. That's what I started with, putting $1,000 into each. And once I reached $1,000 invested in those particular ETFs, I stopped investing in those. And so those got me 13 shares at the time and 50 shares at that time. I'm going to hold on to those because I do believe in them long term. But for Elliot, I just want to have a growth ETF and a dividend ETF. And as you can see, the ratio is going to be about 75-25% ratio, 75% going into the growth ETF, 25% going into that dividend ETF, so that by the time he is 20, 25, 30 years old, it's producing him some cash flow on a quarterly basis. He'll have some money, but then he'll also have that growth side in order to take out some large lump sums in case he needs something for some large expenses in his life. For our retirement, or for my retirement account, this is where we currently sit at. The new goal for this particular portfolio, or for this particular account, I'm in the middle of this $10,000 to $25,000 goal. It's probably one of the longest goals to reach because your portfolio isn't large enough just yet to really see that account value help you with some of that difference in the $10,000 to $25,000. But I'm accumulating or adding on a $500 a month basis. As you can see here, this is professionally managed. This is managed by my wife's wealth management company. And so as you can see here, VTI is 66% of my portfolio and VEA is 33% of the portfolio. Those are the number of shares that I have accumulated thus far. I have officially completed 2021's contributions. So now contributions are going to be going back down to $500 a month, which is $6,000 per year because I'm not 50 just yet. And once you get to 50, then you can do $7,000, and or I'm assuming sometimes between now and 50, they're going to increase that limit to be able to put in more than $6,000. But right now the limit for IRAs, if you're not familiar, is $6,000 on an annual basis. I like doing it over a monthly basis, so that breaks out to $500 a month, and I'll be going back down to $500 a month starting in the month of May. So that's the retirement portfolio, down $100. I didn't see what Elliot was down. Elliot was down $200. That is that. Let's talk about crypto. Crypto, not down too bad, $700. These are all of the coins. I just did a video on ETF versus crypto where I talked a little bit about this passive income, weekly staking rewards that I receive on a weekly basis. Last quarter, I was somewhere around $5, mid $5 a week that I was being paid out in staking rewards. Since then, just in this month, from last month to this month, I've been able to appreciate that to $8 a week, which is very exciting for me, because again, 8 times 12 is 96. So now I have gotten from $60 a quarter now to almost $100 a quarter, and looking just to keep on adding and keep on adding and keep on adding. And so, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, in that accumulation term, this is a great opportunity to accumulate. And accumulating really is shown and very clear when it comes to staking and crypto. And the reason that I say that is because crypto has blocks that are required, a number of coins in order to stake a block. And so when those prices go down, it makes the amount of money needed in order to have a block of whatever coin you're trying to stake a lot easier to do. And if any of that is not familiar, not understanding, take a look at that ETF versus crypto video that I just shot last week, and it goes a little bit more into depth. But long story short, it is teaching me a great mindset and great opportunity, especially because our runway is so far away, our retirement, we are not going to be using this money for any time soon. When these prices pull back like the way that we are seeing, it creates great opportunity to be able to accumulate as much as possible. So our strategy, as you can see here, the top 5 is our top 5 coins that we are most interested in, and what we are going to be accumulating for a long time. 3 of them, VecChain, Polymatic, and Solana, are 3 that we just kind of have a coin goal. So for Solana, we're looking to get to 25 coins. Right now we're at 9. VecChain, we're looking to get to 20,000 coins. Right now we're only at 17. Polymatic, we're looking to get at 1,000 coins, and we're only at 500. So we're about halfway there. Once we get to those coins, we're going to let the staking rewards on a weekly basis continue to accumulate and continue to allow that to build in that manner, but not really putting in additional dollars unless we see significant downturns like we're seeing now. And then it just is too good to not let this opportunity pass us by. But for Cardano, Polkadot, Link, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, we want to continue adding on to these. And starting in the month of May, I'm going to be able to do $200 a month for each of those top 5. This particular month, it was a little bit scrambled because we kind of had a mid-month pullback. I put in a little additional money, and then at the end of this month, we really just had a pullback since Friday, which was the 29th. If you've been following or crypto in any kind of manner, we have had a significant pullback, and it's looking like it's going to stay like that throughout this weekend. So I really like taking advantage of this. I have an Excel spreadsheet that one day I'll do a video on and show you guys a little bit more, but I have my cost basis there. And so whenever I can bring down those cost basis, I try to do, and this was a significant pullback from what our cost basis are at. So with that being said, this is where the count value, how much we lost this particular month. Not worried, even though I say loss, I don't, that is somewhat of a loose term. And the reason is because we haven't sold anything. So technically, yes, we have lost some value on paper, but we haven't sold anything, so we haven't truly lost. But our accounts have reduced in value. But if you ask me, are they going to still be like this in 5 years? Are they still going to be this low? The answer, in my opinion, is no. And that's what we are investing for, is a 5-year outlook, a 10-year outlook, a 15-year outlook, especially on the ETF portfolio, which is coming up next. And then when you look at my son's custodial account, you look at my retirement account, that's 30 years out for the retirement. For the custodial account is 18 to 25 years out. So are all of these prices going to stay like this at the end of that time frame? No. And this is why this is a great opportunity for us, in my eyes, to be able to accumulate as many shares as possible. On the brokerage account, this is where we saw the major, I don't know why I have it like that. Oh, I guess I messed up right here. Oh, well, whatever. That's my kind of OCD, don't like things being out of order. This is, on the brokerage side, this is the buy and hold portfolio versus the growth portfolio. So, 2 portfolios that make up the brokerage account for the value of $84,000. Every single month, I invest $3,300 into this account. I like to try to, and I've been able to stay on this consistent basis. And so that 3,300 goes directly or strictly into the buy and hold portfolio. At this particular juncture, I am not putting any additional money into the growth portfolio. The growth portfolio is staying stagnant, and I'm just letting either dividends give me cash flow to be able to buy more shares, and or just let the growth of the ETFs do its thing. Of course, in this particular market, those particular shares are going down and are very much so negative. But that's neither here nor there. Again, 5 years out, don't need to repeat myself, but I feel that those particular growth ETFs are going to do just fine. For the buy and hold portfolio, do $300 into each of those 11 ETFs, the SMH, QCLN, FHLC, IYC, IPay, LIT, SPYD, ONEQ, FUTY, EVX, and DNL. And this particular portfolio lost $10,000 by itself just in this portfolio. So maybe I'm just around $11,000 down. So not terrible, but still, no one likes to be down money. Down 11%. And the next goal for this particular ETF is $200,000. So with that being said, this was a very quick update on our portfolios. Please let me know in the comments below if you are a buyer in this market, or if you're just riding the wave, or if you sold and got out. I'm interested to hear your opinions and your perspective as to what you are doing in this type of market. And then finally, take a look at that crypto versus ETF video that I have here, and then the playlist of additional financial updates every single month that I do. So thank you very much. If you found any value in this, please consider sharing, and look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you.